Hi everyone, so I'm here to talk about how I got into lactation or wanting to pursue a board certification in lactation and how BreastfeedLA has supported me along the way. So I have always wanted to work with children. That's always been a goal of mine, although I did not know in what capacity. When I was in undergrad school, I studied child development. Following that, I worked for 3 years as a TK, kindergarten teaching assistant at an elementary school in Hollywood, California, and got right into OT school and still knew that my main field of work that I wanted to work in was pediatrics. I always knew that. And so little by little, I started to get introduced to lactation through just watching videos on Instagram. And, once your algorithm knows what you like to watch, they give you more of that. And so I just started to learn more and also started to learn how OT and lactation really overlapped. And just started to get familiar with people in the field who do both. So Darian Roberts was somebody who I started to follow her work and was really just looking up to her, especially as a Black woman who's an OT, who's a lactation consultant, married with children. So I felt very much so connected with her. And so just started to just watch her work. I am connected also with Apple Sepulveda, who was a previous board of directors at-large member with BreastfeedLA. I was connected with her through USC and through the OT world. And so when I let her know what my passions were, she was like, oh, BreastfeedLA has a certification to become a lactation educator. You should look into it. And so I did just that. Literally the next month was when the course was starting. So I was just like, I'm just going to take this class, just see how I like it. And day one, I was like, oh yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be. I definitely felt that way. And just having my experience, especially in OT school, where I looked around and I did not see anybody who was representative of me. When I walked down the hallway the first day of school, there's a wall of images of white women who are pioneers in the field of OT, and just immediately feeling out of place. I come into my class where there's a cohort of 140 of us and 3 of us were Black, where that's already a barrier. You look around and you're like, where do I sit? Where do I belong? I don't even belong here. So I felt that from the beginning, very much so disconnected. And so it was really a breath of fresh air to start day one with Hannah Hallowell, at the time, Hannah Hallowell, who just made me feel so comfortable, and just meeting my peers and hearing their stories and their backgrounds and seeing their faces just felt like, oh yeah, this is it right here. This is it. So that was really the biggest way that BreastfeedLA supported me in my journey. And so just my connection with Hannah, I was actually 7 or 8 months pregnant during the course. And the course ended in the beginning of March of 2022. My son was born March 31st of 2022. And so just perfect timing. And so following that, I applied for the scholarship for the LES course, the LCE course in August of 2022, and received the partial scholarship. And so that's another way that BreastfeedLA has supported my journey. And so I am really, really pleased to have completed both of those courses with BreastfeedLA. And I feel very honored to have learned from Hannah Hallowell as well. And just everything I learned and all the people who I've met, who I still have stayed connected with, has been really a privilege and an honor. And I look forward to staying connected and learning more about my peers and learning from them, and just being in this space with BIPOC people who want to feed babies. So yeah, thank you.